Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Soy Matcha, and in today's video, I'm going to talk about the current season 6 hero tier list. I'll be ranking the heroes into 5 categories. S being the best tier, the top tier, A the second, B the third, C the fourth, and last but not least, the crying tier. In first place, which is the currently most annoying and one of the most overpowered hero we have right now, we have... drumroll please! Ta-da! Blood! So, some of you might be wondering, why Blood? Well, first of all, let's look at his skill set, shall we? Here we can see that his first skill allows him to heal up to 100% of the damage dealt to the opponent each time he attacks us. So, here I am trying so hard to take his HP down, but the second he attacks me, he gains all the HP back. On top of that, his skill 2, which is the most annoying skill in my opinion, he is literally untouchable if you are playing against a high equipped Blood. My Blue is only level 12, so it's additional 19%, but I play against level 15 Blood, which is additional 25% I think. And let me tell you guys, it's a complete nightmare. I'm not even exaggerating when I say I can't hit him at all. And it's really frustrating to play against an opponent that I can't even attack at all. I mean, even if I do manage to attack him, he can easily gain all the health back the second he attacks me. On top of that, when he attacks me, I will be placed under his blood curse where I won't be able to heal for up to 3 turns. Oh my god! I can't even begin to express my frustration against Blood. He's so annoying to play against that I really just feel like quitting the game each time I match against him. To my dear developers, if you are watching this video, please do something about this annoying hero. I'm sure that many players will agree with me, and we are sick and tired of playing against this hero. And I'm very sure that many players have already complained not once, not twice, but millions of times to nerf him. But instead of nerfing him, you guys kind of buff him instead. How? Because last time, his skill 3 is only 50% at level 1 and then 100% at level 2 and 3. But now, his skill 3 is 100% at all levels. This means that a Blood just need to level up 3 times in matches to get the maximum evasion effect. Okay, enough of this annoying hero. Let's move on to the next hero. In the second place, we have... drumroll please! Sneak is another hero that I hate playing against because of her skill 3. She's probably one of the most overpowered hero right now thanks to the new base, Tesla. As you can see here, when your opponent lands 2 blocks in front of your base and back of your base, then your base will deal 6 damage to your opponent. And if your opponent is still 2 blocks in front or back of your base for the second turn, then the base will stun them. So, imagine this. When Sneak attacks you with Ice Blade when you are 2 blocks away from Tesla, then you are surely gonna take 6 damage from her base. And when her skill 3 is maxed, there's gonna be 3 permanent ice blocks surrounding you. One will be in front of you, and another one will be back of you, and another one will be on the path that you're standing on. And when you're on the ice road, if you roll more than 4, you will take up to 5 damage, and your movement will be reduced by 3. But before you can even think about moving, you have to first roll the dice needed to escape the ice prison. And when you're under ice prison at level 3, you only have 1 dice option to escape. And if you fail to roll the dice needed to escape, then you'll be stuck in the prison with all your cards froze, which would deal 6 damage when you try to use it the next turn. So, imagine this. You are now stuck inside her ice prison because you failed to roll the dice needed to escape. And when you're stuck 2 blocks away from her base, you're just gonna keep getting damage and stun, damage and stun again for the next few turns until you can move out of that danger zone. On top of that, you're also at a risk of landing on her base and self-killing yourself. Super frustrating, right? I guess that S tier should be renamed as the most annoying hero tier. Oh, I forgot to mention that when you're in ice prison, you can't use your skill at all, which means that Dexter can't block and Trixie can't give pills, and that means that Blue won't be able to evade as well. Haha! And yeah, so on and so forth. Moving on, we have the third most annoying hero. Drumroll please! Natch! Natch is easily one of the most annoying hero right now thanks to his skill 1 and 3. His skill 1 allows him to move around the map without the fear of getting jailed because he can neutralize opponent's base by just being 6 blocks away from it. On top of that, he also gains additional 1 AP each time he neutralizes your base. And if you are in your base when your base is neutralized and he lands on your base, you will be kicked into jail. How sad, right? Even your own base is not a safe place anymore when you place against Natch. And that's not even the main part. The most annoying and frustrating skill of his will definitely be his skill 3. As long as your base is neutralized, he will be able to put you under confusion where you will never know which way you're gonna run. So we all know that Natch is an anti-cell jail hero where Tesla and Coffin will be useless against him, right? But both Tesla and Coffin will be great to play with him because of his skill 3. When your opponent is near your base and they are under confusion and you are using Tesla, that means that they might have to go back and forth your base and keep getting damaged and stunned by your base. On top of that, they are also at the risk of self-jailing themselves because they don't know which way they are going to run. And that's perfect if you are using Coffin because there will be a straight 9 damage for your opponent when they self-jail. Besides that, if you are 5 blocks away from your opponent, you can deal up to 100% of the AP damage to them. I know it's only 70% now because I haven't leveled up his accessory yet, but do keep in mind that you get additional 2% when you level up his accessory each time, which means that at level 15 you're gonna have additional 30% and that makes it 100%. So yeah, not only does he get to neutralize your base and not allow you to jail him or self-jail, he also get to attack you just by being near you without the need of attack flags. His skill 2 also allows him to remove any debuff that you place on him while increasing his AP. This means that he can remove Scarlet Firewall, Scarlet Ignition, Ivy Vines, Blue Black Curse, Trixie's AP debuff, and Lock Dice, Earthquake, Confusion, so on and so forth. So yeah, you can't deny that he's pretty broken, but honestly, they tend to make new bases and hero kinda overpowered, probably because they want more players to use them, so I'm not really surprised anymore at this point, but I do hope that he does get a nerf in the near future. Now, for the next most annoying hero, we have Dexter! Dexter has always been a super annoying hero ever since he was released, and recently he just got a buff as well after he was nerfed a while back thanks to Meow's Market. But now he's back again, stronger than ever. So the reason why I rank him as one of the currently most annoying and overpowered hero is because not only does he get to deal high amount of damage each time he receives a special card, he also gets to copy up to 3 of your cards each time he attacks you. so that means that you have to always quickly use your special card to prevent him from copying it from you. Besides that, he also has another super annoying skill called the Illusion skill, which allows him to destroy any of your special cards whenever you try to use it. Personally, I do feel that 50% is too much for his skill too, because you can get special cards pretty easily by returning to your base, defeating mid to high monster, landing on bags and chests and shopping, and also by attacking your opponent. And with that, let's move on to the A tier. So in S tier, we talk about the currently most annoying heroes that I feel needs a nerf because they're currently way too overpowered. In A tier, however, those heroes are the heroes that I feel are strong but does not really need a nerf or a buff, as they are not as annoying and overpowered as the heroes in the S tier. And with that in mind, let me introduce you the first on the A list. Boom! So, if you guys know me, you guys will probably know that Cobalt is one of my most hated opponents and my nemesis since season 1. And the reason why I hate him so much is because of his ability to leave booms each time he leaves a block. And what usually happens in my matches with Cobalt is that he will be leaving booms each time he leaves a block, right? And when the map is full of booms and no flags, who is gonna be the one leaving flags behind? Me! And it's really frustrating when this happens because I will definitely be forced to land on his bombs, especially when the map is full of his bombs. And what's even more annoying is that he can just easily plant new bombs each time I land on his bombs. In addition to that, his skill tree also activates really often too, unlike Exo's skill tree, which I will talk about it later. Even though he did receive a slight nerf last time, he is still a pretty powerful and strong hero, especially against heroes that requires flags to attack. The reason why I am not ranking him as the current S tier is because we are getting more heroes that are able to attack without the need of flags, such as Dexter, Mira, Breeze, Caroline, Notch, and even Scarlet. And oh, speaking of Cobalt's counter, I will be talking about Breeze next. I know that many people hated his skill 2 adjustment at first because they thought that he got nerfed as it no longer allows him to 100% stun his opponent anymore at level 1. But I personally thought that he actually got buffed instead, as it has definitely made him way stronger than before. His skill tree, however, may be weaker now thanks to Coughing nerf, as well as the introduction of Billy the Cat, which allows opponents to build out of jail in exchange for all of their goals. But his skill tree is not limited to only killing his opponent, as he can also blow them to traps and monsters and deal additional damage to them. He can still be super fun and dominant in matches if you have negative dices and also times 3 dice, as you can keep using a skill 2 to deal high amount of damage to your opponent while stunning them at the same time. Breeze also gets stronger as you rank up due to the increasing damage of traps and monsters in higher league maps. The next in the A list we have Trixie. Trixie is another super powerful and annoying hero that I hate playing against ever since she was released. What I personally hate the most about her is definitely her skill 2, because it allows her to give me a pew each time she receives damage. This allows her to easily fill my hands with pews and prevent me from receiving new cards. In addition to that, at level 50 equipment level, her AP can increase up to 90% for 3 turns. Not to mention that when she attacks you with her skill tree activated, she will be able to explode the pews in your hand with additional 7 damage for each pew. Along with that, she can also decrease up to 90% of your AP at level 3, which is pretty broken if you ask me. Besides that, she also works really well with this card called the Way of Card, which can deal up to 25 damage to the player holding more card. The reason why I am not ranking her at S for this season is because she's currently being countered by the new base, Tesla, as she's currently not able to give pills even when she got attacked by the base. Not only that, she was also not very strong against heroes like Blood, Sneak, Breeze, and Cobalt. Following Trixie, we have Loki. I'm not very sure why he isn't more popular, as I personally feel that he is a really powerful and strong hero, which probably deserves to be in S tier. When you're under his sphere, not only will you get damage if you roll an odd number, you won't be able to move as well. In addition to that, your skills will also be nullified when you're under his sphere. This means that when a hero like Ivy and Sneak tries to attack Loki when you're under fear, Ivy won't be able to put him in vines, and Sneak also won't be able to put him in ice prison. His skill 2 is honestly too ridiculous in my opinion, as it is a literally 3-in-1 skill. On top of that, he will also be able to stun you when he attacks you, his skill 3 activated when you're under fear. His skill 3 also allows him to deal an absurd high amount of damage, totaling up to 220% additional damage at level 15 equipment. I'm honestly not sure why he still does additional small damage afterwards when he's already able to deal such a high amount of damage to his opponent in a single attack. Next we have Ivy. Ivy is a pretty annoying hero to play against thanks to her ability to reduce the chances of us successfully hunting monsters and also her restrictive vines. However, she is super RNG dependent, as her skill 2 mainly relies on her opponent failing monster hunts to wind them for a skill 3. But her skill 1 can be super frustrating and annoying to deal with, especially when she have maxed it, because this means that we won't be able to move for at least one turn unless we have purification or moving cards like swap, return, shadow movement, broken portal, portable portal, portal transfer, and yeah, she is also really good with Ice Blade and Showdown if you max her skill 1, as you will be able to keep attacking your opponent and wind them to prevent them from moving and attacking you. It's even better when you use Tesla with her, as it can help to continuously deal damage to your opponent and stun them if they're stuck near your base. Unfortunately, they have recently killed Showdown by turning it white, and I'm honestly not even sure why the developers think that it's even a good idea to turn both Summon Attack and Showdown into white card, because we're literally summoning flags for our opponent to attack us, which is really dumb in my opinion. But it's okay, because in a few days, we will be receiving the Season 6 feature card soon. And I'm sure that when most people receive this card, Ivy will be popular again, as our opponent will not be able to move 6 blocks to break her vines, or else they will die immediately. And when our opponent are forced to stay in vines, that means she will be able to use her skill 3 on them. Moving on from Ivy, we have Mira. B tier is for the heroes that are not too strong, not too weak, just perfect. Mira is one of my favorite heroes to play with because she is not only really cute but super fun as well. She is a pretty solid hero, yet not super OP, as her skill 2 can be removed easily by placing debuff like Lock Dice, Summon Reverse on her before you attack her. Moreover, there is also many ways for you to deal damage to her, like landing on Spellbook, Time Sickle, Way of Cards, Go Attack, etc. Besides that, she can also be countered by Breeze skill 2, Scarlet skill 2, Cobalt bombs, Caroline cannons, Dexter skill 2. So yeah, there's just way too many counters for her to be considered powerful in my opinion. Coming up next in B tier, we have Caroline. Caroline is actually a super powerful character, but too RNG dependent. There is indeed no doubt that she can be super powerful when RNG is on your side and when you are able to stay opposite of your opponent at all times. But because there are many people running shadow movement, portable portal and return now, it is indeed kinda hard for her to stay opposite of her opponents at all times. Besides that, she also needs lots of extra goals to be able to shoot many cannons at her opponents, as her goals decreases each time she shoots out additional cannons. On top of that, she also kinda gets countered by Ghost Sword, which is what most players use nowadays. However, this card could very much be helpful to Caroline as well. Coming up next in C tier, we have, tada! My OG main hero, Baby Greyhound. This is the tier where I feel that the hero is kinda below average and needs a buff. Unfortunately, I haven't really played Greyhound ever since he got nerfed pretty badly. And the only time I will ever use him is probably only in Monster Jackie and Hero Jackie, and when I get hit in random mode. I used to love Greyhound because he was the only hero that was able to heal when he leveled up, but now other heroes also get to heal plus gain AP each time they level up, while my poor baby Greyhound only gets HP whenever he level up. His shield is the only thing he has, but it gets broken way too easily by Time Sickle, Trap, Failed Monster Hunt, Flame Guild, Trixie Pills, Cobalt Bombs, Way of Card, Go Attack, Pirate Shouting, etc. And like Mira, he too has way too many nemesis to be considered powerful. And finally, we have reached the crime tier. This is the tier where I feel that the heroes need a buff ASAP because of how weak their skills are compared to other heroes. First on the list, we have Scarlet. I know that she recently became popular again thanks to Mira's special card, the Shadow Movement card, which will move us one block behind our opponent when we use it, which is great for a skill too. But I still feel that she is still super weak as compared to other heroes. Let's take Breeze for example. Not only can he deal more damage than her, simply by just passing through his opponent, he is able to stun them as well. Apart from Breeze, we also have Dexter who can deal damage easily just by receiving special cards, and also Nudge who can not only confuse his opponent but also deal up to 100% of his AP by just being 5 blocks away from his opponent. But for Scarlet, she has to land right beside her opponent in order for her to explode her skill 2, which is definitely not easy to do so. Her skill 1 can also be easily avoided by Purification and moving cards like Swap, Portal Transfer, Portable Portal, Return, Broken Portal, as well as Relocation and Reverse Dices. Furthermore, her skill 3 only does peanut damage to opponent while everyone else has powerful skill 3. I really hope that the developers will buff her skill 2 back to 80% and also increase her skill 3 damage, health and AP. And finally, last but not least, we have Dexter. Sure, Dexter does gain a lot of AP whenever he successfully hunts a monster, but there isn't much monsters on the board to begin with, and his block skill only allows him to block up to 5 damage, which might be a lot in low leagues, but super low in high leagues where everyone's AP are super high and where the monster, traps, as well as spellbook damage are super high as well. Besides that, unlike Cobalt's skill 3, his skill 3 for some reason rarely activates for me. And it's pretty depressing if you think about it because both Dexter and Scarlet were once very powerful and dominant in Season 1. So yeah, that concludes my Season 6 hero tier list. Please do keep in mind that all these are only my own opinion. So if you have any thoughts or questions that you would like to share with me, you are more than welcome to do so in the comment section below. Thank you for watching, and I wish you guys all the best and good luck.